Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the country you are. My name is Daniel Madami from Nigeria, a Christian. I do this video to answer one malam or an imam, I don't really know who he is, that brings some chapters and verses in the Bible that say that Jesus is a prophet. So I will mention the chapters and the book so that you go through it yourself. The one is Matthew 21:11 and Luke 7:16, John 4:19, Matthew 21:46, John 6:14, John 7:40, John 9:17. Yes, it's true. Those people call Jesus a prophet because they don't really know who Jesus is. Jesus came. People see him do miracles and do many things, but they don't really know who Jesus is. And they realize that those kind of miracles and powers, only the prophet sent from God do them. So they assume that Jesus is a prophet. That is why they call him a prophet. Go through it and read it very well. It's people that call Jesus a prophet, not Jesus called himself a prophet. No God in the Old Testament called Jesus a prophet. Go through the Bible. Go through the Bible. Go through the Bible and check, read very well. Don't just come and be arguing just because you don't like Jesus as a son of God or as a God. You will be going to the Bible and be bringing many kind of reading Bible not to understand, but reading Bible for argument, just to establish argument. It doesn't make sense. You are not a Christian. You are a Muslim. You have nothing to do with Jesus. Then why are you not inside the affairs of Christianity? That Jesus is not a son of God. He's a prophet. Says a prophet. Who tell you? Did Jesus say he's a prophet? His people call him a prophet. And Jesus really know that people don't know who he is. Jesus know. People don't know who he is. He even asked his disciple. Just go through it. Matthew chapter 16. From verse 13 to verse 19. Let me read it. And you can go and read it on your own. I will repeat. Matthew chapter 16 from verse 13 to 19. Hear the question that Jesus asked his disciple. Jesus was 30 years before he started preaching. And he preached for 3.5 years, 3 years, 6 months before he was crucified. And in all these 3 years, Jesus was these disciples, 12 of them, apart from the people that follow him, but he chose those 12 to be following him. They sleep together, they eat together, they go everywhere together for that 3.5 years. Until the very last day that they arrest him in the Garden of Gethsemane, they run and leave him. Understand? So I will read that place. Hear what Jesus asked his disciple and the answer the disciple give to him, and the question they ask them again. So in Matthew chapter 16 from verse 13, he says, when Jesus came unto the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciple, saying, who do men say the Son of Man I am? Who the men say they are calling me the Son of Man? Jesus called himself the Son of Man because he's a man now. Because no Muslim can tell me this is Jesus' father. You cannot tell me this is Jesus' father. You cannot tell me, because Quran says Jesus does not have a father. So Jesus is a man now. That is why he called himself a son of man. If you say yes, he say a son of man, then you go bring me his father. Who is his father? You cannot bring Jesus' father. So now, hear what they answer. They answer him. Let me ask the question of him. When Jesus came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, "Who do men say that the Son of Man I am?" And they say unto him, they say, that thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, that means Elijah, and some Jeremiah, or one of the prophets, that means one of the prophets that have died that come back. Then that is what people are saying. That is the question. That is the answer the disciple of Jesus gave to him. That is what people are calling him. Why? Because these people, they don't know Jesus, who Jesus is. They assume he's a prophet. And what those chapters and verses that man give, yes, it corresponded with the answer those disciples give to Jesus, what people are saying he is. I think you understand. Then Jesus now say unto them, but who ye say I am? And now say, okay, fine. For these 3 years, you people have been with me. Then who, if people say I'm a John the Baptist or Elijah or Jeremiah, then who you, my disciple, say I am? Then Peter, one of the disciples, answer him and say, thou art Christ, the Son of the living God. That is verse 16. And Simon Peter answer saying, thou art Christ, the Son of the living God. That is the answer Simon Peter gave him. Then hear what Jesus also answer him. And Jesus answer and say unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Barjona, for flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. That is verse 17. Jesus now say, blessed are you, Simon Barjona, because it's not that a human being revealed this to you, that I'm Christ, the Son of the living God. It's my Father which is in heaven. Then let me ask you, who is Jesus' Father that Jesus said is in heaven? Who is Jesus' Father that Jesus said that his Father is in heaven? Is it Muhammad? Is it angel? Who? Jesus said himself that his Father is in heaven. And he is the one that revealed the truth to Peter. Then other people have been calling him a prophet. But here, Jesus confirmed that yes, he is the Son of the living God. So what are you arguing for? What are you arguing for? And I see where Jesus continues and say, and I say unto thee, thou art Peter. Upon this rock I will build my church, and the gate of hell shall not prevail over it. And I will give unto thee the key of the kingdom of heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in the kingdom of heaven. So now, you now know that you are just arguing for nothing because you don't know the Bible. Or maybe you just reading the Bible to look for where to establish your argument. Jesus is not a prophet. People call Jesus a prophet, but he is not a prophet. Read it yourself. Read it yourself very well in Luke chapter 16, from verse 13 to verse 19. Read it very well. And hear what people are calling Jesus and what Jesus is calling himself. Or can you give me one verse or two verses in the whole Bible, or in the whole Bible, that Jesus himself said, I'm a prophet? He can give example with a prophet, but he never say, I, Jesus, am a prophet. So think about it and stop arguing blindly because you hate Jesus as a Muslim. What is wrong with you? Jesus loves you and he died before you. And Quran says Jesus will still come and judge you. And don't think that Jesus will come and judge you